In 1957, I was a school employee for Salem Public Schools, and because I was near the Capitol building, the association asked if I could serve as a lobbyist in order to pass a sick leave bill for classified employees. And that year, we passed the first sick leave bill for the classified employees in Oregon. In 1977, we went to Corvallis for a workshop for officers training. And while we were at that workshop, a lady present asked if we couldn't send Happy Birthday Oregon cards to the legislators and put on them, Happy Birthday Oregon, vote Senate Bill 458 yes.
A few days later, we went to Corvallis, and at that workshop, the lady who had been at the meeting previously brought 90 Valentines, and we spent our time saying, vote yes, Senate Bill 458, Happy Birthday Oregon. John and I took it back to the legislature the next day, and in the old days, they had the mail slots, and you could put it right into the mail slots of the legislators.
Then the next day was Valentine's Day. We went to Newburgh to put on a building rep workshop, and on the way, one of the ladies had to stop and get some material at Fred Meyer's. And so while she was getting that material, I looked around at the candy and found boxes of candy at 10 cents a box. And it was those little heart-shaped Valentines.
We took it to Newburgh, and the Newburgh building employee reps sat that evening and said, Happy Birthday, Oregon, vote yes, Senate Bill 458. Next day, we took it to the legislatures, and that afternoon we were ready to testify on the bill. And a friend of mine who happened to have been a senator from Hood River came down the hall, and he was eating our candy, and I said, you're eating our candy. And he said, well, I might have known you guys would be behind this. And
so we found in the legislative session that several of the people were eating our candy while we were testifying. And because of that, Senate Bill 458 passed.
But the exciting thing for me was a few months before, back in 1976, and I was the state president at that time, and we got acquainted with a young man who was running for state representative against a very popular incumbent. And we took him around to a variety of OSEA meetings, and I think that he has always been known as the person that won every election that he ever ran by the fewest votes. And finally, he won that election, and when our bill went to the House of Representatives, it passed by one vote, Wayne Fawbush's vote. It was a wonderful, exciting time for me.